To begin, we're going to come into child's pose at the back of the mat, so facing this way. Bring your knees out towards the edges of the mat, big toes to touch, and then gently start to lower your upper body down. Arms can be reaching forwards or alongside. And just start to take a couple of really deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Close down your eyes. And with your eyes closed, let your awareness start to come in. Start to notice the rhythm of your breath, feeling your chest expand against your legs. And with this awareness of your breath and your attention coming inwards, just start to notice what you've arrived in the space with this morning, how you've landed on your mat, whether there's any emotion, any sensations. With your next inhale, drawing yourself forwards, coming up onto all fours. Your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And then take a breath in as you start to arch your back, gazing up towards the ceiling. Good. And exhale, round your back, tucking chin to chest. Inhale, arching your back, gaze is up. Exhale, round your back, chin to chest. With your next inhale, find your neutral spine and then exhale to tuck your toes and lift your hips into downward facing dog. As it's our first down dog, start to take any movement that feels intuitive. So maybe bending your knees, moving your hips, spreading your fingers really wide on the mat. With your next inhale, come to stillness. And as you exhale, bend your knees, gaze forwards and start to tiptoe, feet towards your hands. Take a hold of opposite elbows and relax your head and your neck down as you start to sway side to side for ragdoll. Letting the weight of your arms stretch all the way through the back of your neck, stretching your spine. With your next exhale, release your arms, ground through your feet and inhale as you slowly start to roll up to stand. Feeling each vertebrae on the way up, no rush. As you reach the top, let your shoulders roll up to your ears and then fall down your back with palms facing forwards. Bring big toes to touch, heels apart for Tadasana. Lightly engaging through your quads, lifting up through your core, drawing up from the crown of your head, palms facing forwards. And then lower your gaze or close down your eyes. Keep your awareness with your breath, bringing your breath in and out through your nose. With your next inhale, bring hands to heart center. And set an intention for your practice. Maybe today this might be to maintain your presence as we flow for the next 60 minutes, keeping your mind with your breath. Noticing the sensations in your body and really starting to quieten down your thoughts. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, breathe out anything that doesn't serve you on your mat today. Once more, in through nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Release your hands to your sides and gently blink open your eyes as we move into Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead, follow with your gaze. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands to mat, Uttanasana. Inhale to lift halfway. And exhale, plant your hands, step right foot, then left foot back to high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin to the mat. Good. Inhale, lift your chest for cobra. Press your feet into the mat. Exhale, come back through child's pose. Tuck your toes and lift up, downward facing dog. We're here for 5 breaths. Inhale, press your hands down into the mat. Good. And as you exhale, draw your hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale, expand your chest. Good. Exhale, draw your belly in. Inhale for 3. Exhale, 3. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 1. And as you exhale, gaze forward, bend your knees and take a big step to the top of the mat. Big toes touch. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, overhead, full body stretch. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fold back down, Uttanasana. Inhale to lift halfway, Ardha. And exhale, plant your hands, this time left foot, then right foot back, high plank, take a breath in. Exhale, lower knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale to cobra, peel your chest off the mat, and exhale, come back through child's pose. Tuck your toes and lift into downward facing dog. Good, again, we're here for 5 breaths. Take a deep breath in and spread your fingers wide on the mat. Exhale, let your heels sink down. They don't need to be touching, but stretching all the way through the backs of your legs. Good. Inhale for 3. Exhale, 3. Draw your belly in. Inhale, 2. Spread your fingers really wide. Exhale, good. Deep breath in through your nose for 1. And then exhale, gaze forward, bend your knees and step or jump top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Ground through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging at the hips, hands to mat, Uttanasana. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Good. And exhale, plant your hands. This time, step or jump, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're here again for 5 breaths. Inhale, press your hands into the mat. Good. Exhale, lift your hips. Imagine my hands were on your hips, pulling them back. Good. Nice adjustment. Inhale for 3. Exhale, 3. Draw your belly in. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 1, and then exhale, gaze forward, bend your knees and step or jump, top of the mat, big toes touch. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Ground through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center, fold forwards, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift and lengthen your spine forwards. And exhale, plant hands, step or jump, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, we're here for 5 breaths. Bringing yourself back to your intention. Really keep it in mind as we flow through our practice this morning. Keeping your awareness with your breath. Feeling your hands on the mat, pressing down with your fingertips. Good. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling, lift your hips a little higher. Good. Inhale, 1, and then exhale, gaze forward, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Follow with your gaze. Exhale, hands to heart center. We move into Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands to mat, Uttanasana. Inhale to lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Ground your left foot. Inhale, sweep your arms up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to mat. Good. Step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forwards. Ground your right foot. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Good. Exhale, hands to mat, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're here for 5 breaths. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. Inhale through nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Feel the heat building as we start to energize for the practice this morning. Good. Really press your fingertips down into the mat. Good. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling 2. Inhale 1. And then exhale, gaze forward, bend your knees, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, hinging at the hips, hands to mat. Good. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump, Chaturanga. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, up dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Ground your left foot and inhale, use your core, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to mat, foot comes back, Chaturanga. Good, draw your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward this time. Right foot grounds. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Good. Exhale, hands to mat, foot comes back. Chaturanga, draw your elbows in. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're here for 5 breaths. Take a deep breath in, really press your hands into the mat, feel your spine lengthening, good. Exhale, let your heels sink down towards the mat. Inhale, really expand your chest. Exhale, draw your belly in, good. Now try and wrap your armpits to face one another, good. Really engage through your shoulders, pressing your hands into the mat, really good. Deep breath in through nose for 2. Exhale for 2. Inhale 1, and then exhale, gaze forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Good. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands to mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to mat, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right foot grounds. Use your core. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to mat, foot comes back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're here again for 5 breaths. Inhale, lengthen your spine, really press down with your hands. And exhale, lift your hips a little bit higher. Good. Inhale for 4. Exhale 4, draw your belly in. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Good. Inhale 1. Now exhale, gaze forward, step or jump, top of the mat. Good. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up, chair pose. And exhale, come to stand. Again, bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up. This time we're in chair for 5 breaths. As you inhale, really reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, maybe sink your hips a little deeper. Bring your weight back into your heels. Good. Reaching up through your arms, lengthening your side body, and then exhale, can you draw your hips down? Good. One more breath. Inhale, reaching up, and then exhale, hands to heart center. We twist left elbow to right knee. As you inhale, imagine that there's a string on your right collarbone that's lifting you up. Good. Now notice your left knee. Has it crept forward? Make sure your knees are aligned. Good. Weights back in your heels. Inhaling for 3. Exhaling, sink your hips back for 2. Inhale to straighten your spine. 1. Good. One last breath here. Now reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We twist the other side. Right elbow to left knee. Inhale, lifting through your left collarbone. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen your spine forwards. Exhale, sink your hips a little deeper. Bring your right knee back in space. Weight is back in your heels. Good. Lifting up through your left collarbone. Twisting from your core. Good. Lengthening your spine. Twist a little deeper. Now inhale, arms back up through Utkatasana. Straighten your legs. And then exhale to fold forward. Heel toe your feet so they're hip width. And take a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers on either hand. Good. Take a breath in to lengthen your chest forward and then exhale, fold. As you inhale, really find length through your spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. You're pressing down with your toes and pulling up with your hands. Relax your head and your neck, relax your jaw. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And as you exhale, this time bring your hands all the way underneath your feet for Padahastasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bring your weight forward slightly so that your hips are tracking above your knees. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhaling for 1. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Release your hands from underneath your feet and take a big step so your feet are at the outer edges of your mat as you sink down. Coming into Malasana, your yogi squat. Hands come to heart center, elbows to your knees. You can bring a block under your hips and your heels can be lifted here if that's helpful. Good. Now engaging Mula Bandha, your root lock, finding stability. Ground yourself. And then engage Uddiyana Bandha, your upward flying lock. Lifting up, straightening your spine. Good. Option 1 is to stay here. Option 2, we move into crow. So if you'd like to take the arm balance, plant your hands in front of you, shoulder width. Start to slide your knees onto the backs of your arms, bringing your heels into center. Good. Gaze forwards and then slowly start to rock your weight forward. Lifting one foot, then the next. Good. Your fingertips are your brakes. Lift your hips. Engage your core, lifting up. Really good. 2 more breaths here. Keep your gaze fixed. And then exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Good. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, maybe let it out. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. And exhale, draw right knee to nose, taking a big step between your hands. Ground your left foot and inhale up to warrior 1. Good. We're here for 5 breaths. Really reaching your hands up and turning your hips so they're facing the front of the mat. Good. Pressing down through both your feet, and as you exhale, maybe bend slightly deeper into your front knee. Inhale, reaching up, finding space through the sides of your body. Good. Really pressing the outer edge of your left foot down into the mat, engaging through your left glute. Good. 1 more breath here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open out to warrior 2. Reaching your arms to opposite sides of the room. Really good. Inhale, finding length, lifting up through the crown of your head. Exhale, maybe come a little deeper into your front foot. Move your right foot forward slightly so your knee stays above your ankle. Good. Press down through the outer edge of your left foot, and without moving your feet, imagine you were trying to rip the mat in half. Good. Really reaching with your arm. Gaze is fixed in the middle finger. And then inhale as you straighten your right leg. Bring your left foot in slightly as we prepare for Trikonasana. Take a breath in to lengthen through your upper body, and then exhale, right hand forwards and down. Right hand can stay floating, come to your shin, or maybe you take a bind with your big toes. Good. Inhale, reach up through your left arm, reaching it up towards the ceiling. Good. And then tuck your right hip underneath. Really good. Keep reaching up through your left arm, lifting up through both sides of your core. Engaging through your legs, imagining you were lifting up from above your kneecaps. 1 last breath here. And then look down, bend your front knee and take a deep breath in as you reverse your warrior. Right hand comes all the way over, left arm can come down your left leg or maybe tuck behind for a half bind. Really good. With your right hand, reach all the way up as if you were going to touch my hand up here. Good. Keep the bend in your knees. Inhale, expanding your chest. Exhale, draw your belly in. 1 last breath. Inhale, reaching up through your right hand. Keep your fingers strong. And then exhale, right elbow to right knee, coming into extended side angle. Left arm comes up and over. Option 1, keep your arm here. Option 2, you can bring your right hand down to the floor or maybe take it into a bind. Good. Press down through the outer edge of your left foot. Really, really strong. Now inhale, opening your chest up towards the ceiling, spiraling it up. Good. Press down through both of your feet. Inhaling for 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 1. And then exhale, release the bind of your arms and frame your front foot. Inhale, sweep your right leg up into your 3-leg dog. Squeeze your glute. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Good. Inhale, right leg up. Squeeze your glute. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Good. Use your core. Inhale, right leg up. This time, exhale, right knee to nose and take a big step between your hands, landing your foot gently as you inhale up into your crescent lunge. Good. Come right up onto the ball of your back foot, really lifting up through your arms, and then maybe exhale, come a little deeper. Maybe lower your knee down to the floor. That might be enough for today, finding space through your side body, pressing down through your feet. Good. We're here for 2 more breaths. Inhale for 2. Exhale 2, draw your belly in. Inhale 1, come right up onto the ball of your back foot. Good, and then exhale, hands to heart center. We twist, left elbow to right knee. Option to lower your knee to the floor. Good. Again, as we did in our twisted chair, inhale, lifting through your right collarbone. Exhale to twist. Good. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Keep your left glute engaged. Stay up on the ball of your left foot. Good. One last breath here. Inhale, lengthening. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. You're going to take a big hop with your left foot coming into warrior 3. So left foot lifts, hands can stay on the mat, or option to bring your hands up off the floor into a prayer. Good. Now really engage through your left glute. Flex the toes of your left foot. Roll your shoulders back so your chest is opening. Good. Keep your gaze fixed. Option to bring your hands alongside, lengthening your head and your foot in opposite directions away from you. One last breath here. And then exhale as you take a half step back with your left foot, lowering it down onto the mat for pyramid. Lower your hands down to the floor. Take a breath to lengthen your chest. Exhale to fold. Good. Inhale, lengthening your spine, finding space. Exhale, fold forwards. Good. Relax your jaw, relax your neck, and start to draw your right hip back in space. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, drawing your right hip back. Now bringing your right hand onto your lower back. Bring your left hand onto the floor on the other side of your right foot. Good. We're coming into twisted triangles, so option to stay here, or maybe you inhale, lifting your right arm up in space. Good. Engaging your core, twisting from your mid-spine here. Really good. Inhale, reaching up through your right arm, finding that space. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, really expanding your chest. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, your right hand comes down to the mat. Step it back into your 3-leg dog and flow through your vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, maybe let it out through your mouth. Reconnect with your breath. Good. This time, inhale to lift your left leg up. Squeeze your glute. Exhale, draw your left knee to nose. Take a big step forward. Ground your right foot. Inhale up. Warrior 1. Exhale, maybe you come a little deeper into your left knee. Good. Inhale, really reach your arms up as you face forward with your upper body. Good. Expanding your chest as you breathe in. Exhale, can you bend a little deeper? Good. Press the outer edge of your right foot down into the mat. Good. Really engage through your glutes. One last breath. Inhale for 1. Exhale, open out into warrior 2. Keeping your drishti, your gaze fixed on the middle finger of your front hand. Good, and really reach your arms to opposite sides of the room. Again, without moving your feet, imagine that you were trying to rip your mat in half, engaging all the way up through your legs, pressing down into your right foot. Good. Lift your right arm up slightly. Good. Keep your fingers fixed. And then inhale, straighten your left leg. Bring your right foot in slightly. Take a breath to lengthen through your torso and exhale, left hand forwards and down for Trikonasana. Inhale, reach up through your right arm. Exhale, draw your belly in. Good. Inhale, lengthen your spine, drawing the crown of your head to the front of your mat. Good. Press down through the outer edge of your foot, pressing down through your left foot, reaching up through your right arm. And then gaze down, bend into your left knee. Take a deep breath in as you come all the way up into your reverse warrior. Take the variation you did on the other side. Good. Reach up through your left arm. Keep your fingers strong, reaching up all the way to the corner of the room. Good. As you inhale, really expand your chest here. Find the space through your left side body. exhale, maybe come a little deeper into your front leg. Move your left foot forward slightly so your knee stays above your heel. Good. One last breath. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, draw your left elbow to left knee for your extended side angle. Right arm reaches all the way up and over, drawing a straight line from your right foot to your right hand. Option to bring your hand to the mat or maybe take it into a bind. Good. Press down through the outer edge of your right foot. And now tuck your left hip under ever so slightly. Inhale, really spiral your chest up towards the ceiling. Good. Keep pressing down through both your foot, drawing your energy up. Good. One last breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, frame your front foot with your hands. Sweep your leg all the way up as you inhale for your three-leg dog. Exhale, draw your left knee to left elbow. Good. Inhale, left foot up to the sky. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, left leg lift. Squeeze your glute. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Good. Stay here for a moment. And then with control, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise up to your crescent lunge. Good. Finding that space in your side body. Take the variation you did on the other side. So maybe you're lowering your knee down to the mat. Good. Really inhale, reaching up. Exhale, draw your belly in. Inhale, finding that space. Exhale, maybe come a little deeper. Good. Last time, inhale, reach up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. We're twisting right elbow to left knee. Option to lower your knee down to the mat. Inhale, lifting up through your left collarbone, following with your gaze. Good. Now try and bring a little space between your left thigh and your torso. Really engage your core here. Lift up a little bit. Keep the bend in your left knee. Good. Now engage through your right glute. Lift your right leg really strong. One last breath in as you inhale to lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Frame your front foot and take a big step in with your right leg, lifting your right leg, coming up into warrior three. This time, bring your hands alongside your body. Good. And your head and your heel are drawing in opposite directions. Now imagine my hand is above your leg and you're trying to lift it up to touch it. Good. Draw your shoulders back. Find that opening through your chest. Really good. Press down through your left foot. One last breath here. And then exhale, take a half step back with your right foot, preparing for pyramid. Bring your hands down towards the mat. Take a breath in to lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, fold. Draw your left hip back in space as you inhale to lengthen. Exhale, folding down. Making sure your weight is evenly spread across both of your feet. Relax your head, relax your neck, relax your jaw. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Once more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Now bringing your left hand onto your lower back. Straighten your right arm and move your right hand to the outside of your left foot for your extended, for your reverse triangle. Inhale to lift your left arm up. Good. Reaching up through your left arm, pressing down through both of your feet. Inhale, lengthening your spine forward. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, really reach up through your right. Reach your arm up. Exhale, left hand down to the mat. Take a big step back into your three-leg dog and flow through your vinyasa. Good. Draw your elbows in. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, reconnect with your breath. Good. Inhale, forward to your high plank. Good. And now bring your right hand into the center of your mat. And turn your feet so that your left foot stacks on top of the right. Good. Inhale your left arm up, coming into Vashisthasana. Engage your core, engage your hips here. Really lift up through your hips as you press down through your right arm. Good. Option to lower your right knee down towards the mat, or maybe if you want to take it further, you start to lift your left leg up. Option to take a bind with your toe. Good. Press down through your right hand. Keep lifting up through your hips. Really good. One last breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, lower your leg down. Come back through center. Bring your left hand into the middle of your mat. Stack your right foot on top of your left and inhale, reach your right arm up. Good. Again, lift your hips and take the variation you did on the other side. Maybe taking it into a bind. Good. Really root down through your left hand here. Lift your hips a little higher and press them towards the window. Good. Pressing down through the outer edge of your left foot, really strong. Keep pressing down through your right hand. And then exhale, release down, coming back through plank, taking your vinyasa, good. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Once more, inhale, lengthening your spine. And this time we're going to exhale, lower your forearms down onto the mat. You want your elbows to be roughly shoulder width apart and your hands pressing down into the mat for dolphin. So option 1, stay here. Option 2, start to walk your feet in towards your elbows, lifting your hips. Moving into a pincher if it's in your practice, and if you want to play, then lift one leg. Good. Really squeeze your glute. Press down through your hands. Keep engaging through your back, so you're rounding your back. Imagining that you were going to touch my hand with the top of your back. Good. Really good. Now lower your right leg down. Lift your left leg. Press your hands down and keep rounding through your back, engaging through your shoulders. Good. Squeeze your left glute. Lift your left foot. One last breath. Now exhale, lower down for child's pose. Separating your knees, sink your hips down. Arms can reach forwards or come alongside your body. Good. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Stay with your intention for the practice today. Notice how you've been practicing so far. Inhaling 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 1 and draw yourself forwards, coming up onto all fours. As you exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose, press your hands into the mat, and then exhale, gaze forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, squeeze your right glute, and exhale, draw right knee to nose, stepping it through. Take a quarter turn, round to the left side, so your feet are parallel. You're in a wide leg straddle. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the mat. Option to take it into a tripod headstand if it's in your practice. Wherever you are, really grounding down through your feet, pressing the outer edges of your feet into the mat. Good. Maybe using your hands to bring your head towards the floor. Relax your jaw. Try and relax your shoulders. Good. Now roll your weight forward slightly so your hips are tracking above your heels. Really good. One last breath here. Now inhale to lift halfway. And exhale to fold back down, this time taking a hold of your big toes with your hands. For Prasarita B. Good. Again, as you inhale, lengthening your spine and the crown of your head to the floor. Exhale, fold. Bring your weight forward so your hips are in line with your heels. Good. And really engage through your legs here. Imagining that you're lifting up from above your knees as you press down with your feet. Good. One last breath. Now inhale to lift up halfway, and as you exhale, release the bind on your hands. Bring your hands to your hips. Then take a deep breath in to lift all the way up. Press down through your feet. Good. Now take a quarter turn with your right foot to face the front of the mat. And as you exhale, take a big hop with your right foot, bringing your hand down onto a block or onto the mat. For Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon, reach up with your right hand and really reach up with your right leg. Good. Your head and your heel are drawing in opposite directions. Option to lift up with your gaze, looking up towards your right hand. Really press down through your right foot. Good. Head and heel are pulling in opposite directions. Imagine you're lifting your leg up to touch my hand. Good. One last breath here, reaching up. And then exhale, lower your left hand down towards the mat or a block, coming into your twisted half moon. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Option to follow with your gaze. Again, imagine that my hand is above your leg and you're engaging your left glute to lift your left leg up to touch. Good. Press down through your right foot. Inhale, reach up for one. And then exhale, your right hand comes down towards the mat. We're coming into standing splits. So bring both hands down onto the mat and lift up as high as you can with your left foot. Engage your left glute, press down with your right foot. Option to bring your hands onto your calf here. Good. Really lifting up through your left glute, left foot, lift it a little higher. Now we're going to plant your hands down in front of you and use the right foot as a bit of a spring to take some hops. So gaze between your thumbs, press down through your arms and start to lift up with your left leg. Good, take a couple more hops. Good. Yeah, one more. And then exhale, come back into your child's pose. Good. Reconnect with your breath. Inhale, bring your hands forward, coming into all fours. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift into downward facing dog. Take an optional vinyasa or stay here. Good. Exhale, draw your elbows in. Inhale, open your chest, lift your thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your left glute. Exhale, draw your left knee towards your nose. Step it between your hands. And then take a quarter turn to the right side, coming into your Prasarita A, so hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Hands are on the mat. And again, option to come into tripod headstand. If you're in Prasarita, then pressing your feet down into the mat, maybe walking your hands backwards slightly. Weight is forward so that your hips are tracking above your heels. Good. Relax your head, relax your neck, relax your jaw. Draw your elbows in towards one another. Good. Keep pressing down with your feet, lifting up through your legs, drawing your energy up. This time, inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, fold back down and take a hold of your toes, or maybe bring your hands behind. Good. Let gravity do the work here. Bringing your hands overhead, stretching through your shoulders. Bring your weight forward slightly again, so your hips are tracking above your heels. Good. Relax your jaw. Good. This time, press down through your feet. Take a deep breath in as you rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, release your hands. Take a quarter turn with your left foot towards the front of the mat. And then as we did on the second side, bend into your left knee and move your weight forward, coming into Ardha Chandrasana. Your left hand is on a block of the mat. Right hand option to keep it on your hip or reach it up. Your head and your heel are drawing in opposite directions, pressing down through your left foot, reaching up with your right arm. Engage your right glute. Lift your right foot a little higher. Good. Inhaling for one. And then exhale. Bring your right hand down towards the mat or onto a block. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Option to follow with your gaze. Really squeezing your right glute here, lifting your right foot up towards the ceiling. Engaging your core, drawing your head towards the front of the room. One last breath. Inhale, reaching up through your left hand. Exhale, both hands down to the mat, coming into your standing split. So lifting your right leg up as high as you can. Squeeze your right glute. Option to bring your hands onto your calf. Good. Really lift up through your right foot. Imagining that you're trying to touch my hand. It's above your foot. Good. And then bring both your hands in front of you to frame your front foot. We're going to start to take some hops. So use your left foot as a bit of a spring. Good. Kick up with your right foot. As you kick, really press down through your hands, keeping your gaze between your thumbs. Good. Try one more. And then exhale, come back down into child's pose. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sink your hips down towards your heels. Good. Inhale, lengthening through your spine. Exhale, letting your hips come down a little more. Good. This time, inhale, bring your arms forwards. Rise up to all fours. Exhale, tuck toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog, optional vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in as you press your hands into the mat. Exhale, draw your belly in. Inhale, lift your right foot up towards the sky. Squeeze your right glute. And then exhale, draw your right knee forward, stepping your right foot outside of your right hand for your lizard lunge. So option to lower your knee down to the mat or to stay lifted and take a little bit of movement. You can start to make your way down onto your forearms if that feels good. Really staying with your breath here, breathing into any area that you're feeling sensation the most. So in yoga, we have the same word for breath as we do for energy, and that word is prana. So really start to direct your energy to where needs it through your breath. Good. With your next inhale, rise up onto your hands and start to heel toe your right foot across so that your right knee comes to your right wrist for pigeon. Your left foot slides backwards in space, your hip lowers, you can maybe bring a block under your right hip. And once you've got it comfortable, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, start to fold down over your right leg. Good. And in your pigeon, really stay with the sensation of your chest rising and falling against your leg as you breathe in and out. Good. Letting yourself soften into the pose. Good. With your next inhale, bringing your awareness into your hands, starting to walk them back, lifting up your chest. You're going to exhale to tuck the toe of your left foot, and then inhale, lifting your right leg all the way up to the sky, opening your hip and bringing it round into your wild thing. So letting your right foot come down to the mat, lifting your right arm up and over. Good. Really press your hips up towards the ceiling here, pressing down through your left arm. Good. Lift your hips 1 inch higher. And then exhale, come round with control the way you came in. Good. Option here to take a vinyasa, maybe keep your right leg lifted. Good. Inhale, open your chest, and exhale back to your 3-leg down dog. Lower your foot to the floor. Good. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Find stillness in your down dog. This time, inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky, squeeze your left glute, and exhale, draw your foot forward, step it outside of your left hand for lizard on the second side. Take the variation you took on the first side with your knee. Maybe you exhale, lowering down onto your forearms. Try and stay really present with the sensations. And don't just assume that they will be the same as on the other side. The two sides of our body can have a beautiful uniqueness that's part of what makes us human. Good. Keep breathing into your left hip, finding that space as you fold. And inhale, start to push up onto your hands and heel toe your left foot across so your left knee comes to your left wrist for pigeon. Lowering your shin down, maybe bringing a block under your hip. Untuck your right toes, inhale, open your chest. Exhale, fold. Good. Letting your upper body soften down against your leg. Bringing more of the yin energy into this posture. We've been working with a lot of yang in this practice. Letting the masculine and the feminine coexist. Good. Inhale, find space through your spine. Exhale to soften. Good. Last breath here. And then inhale, bring your hands back and start to press through them as you lift your chest up. Good. Exhale to tuck the toes of your right foot. Take a big breath in as you sweep your left leg all the way up, bending your knee and coming into your wild thing on the second side. So left foot comes down towards the mat. Right arm reaches up and over. Good. Really reach as if you were going to touch the corner of the room. Press down through your right arm. Good. Lift your hips a little bit higher, really rooting down through your left foot as well. One last breath in, lift your hips. And then exhale with control, come back the way you came in. Maybe keep your leg lifted and flow through your vinyasa. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a deep breath in, press your hands into the mat. As you exhale, gaze forwards and step or float all the way to come to seated. Yeah, good. Now straighten your legs out in front of you. Bring your hands to either side of your hips as we move into staff pose, Dandasana. So flex your feet up as if they were going to touch your face. Hands come to either side of your hips and lift up through the crown of your head. Draw your belly in. Good. You want your sit bones to be pressing down on the mat. keeping your spine nice and straight, feet flexed. Good. Here for 2 more breaths. Inhaling 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 1. And then exhale, start to fold forwards, keeping your spine nice and straight. Maybe take a hold of the outer edges of your feet. Or you can hold onto your legs or just have your hands on the floor for Paschimottanasana. Keeping a nice straight spine. So inhale, draw the crown of your head forwards. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Good. Inhale for 2. Exhale 2. Inhaling 1. Exhale, fold a bit deeper. Then inhale, rise all the way up. Draw the sole of your right foot into your left thigh. Take a breath in to lengthen up through the crown of your head, taking a slight turn to the left, and then exhale, fold. Head to knee pose. So your right knee is pressing out to the side. Your left foot is still flexed, drawing up towards your face, and your forehead is coming down onto your knee. Good. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold. Once more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, lifting all the way up. Straightening your right leg, bringing your left foot inside of your left thigh. Again, take a breath in to lengthen through the crown of your head, slight turn to the right, and then exhale, fold over your right leg. Bringing head to knee, maybe your hands are around your foot. Your left knee is pressing down towards the floor, both of your sit bones equally touching on the floor as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold for 2. Inhale for 1. Exhale 1. And inhale, rise up. This time, draw your right knee in, crossing your legs over and planting your hands in front. Take a big jump into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale through nose, press your hands into the mat. And exhale, bend your knees, gaze forwards, and take a big jump or step to the top of the mat. Good. Keep your left heel tucked in towards your right hip. And bring your right foot across to the outside edge of your left knee. Good. Now bring your right hand behind you onto the floor. And as you inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head and bring your left elbow across your right knee. We're coming into a twist. Good. Try to keep both of your sit bones down onto the floor. As you inhale, draw up through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist. Maybe you look over your right shoulder here. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist for 2. Inhale for 1. And then exhale, unravel, maybe take a counter twist on the other side, bend slightly to the left. And then reverse your legs. So draw your right heel into your left hip. And bring your left heel over your right knee. Left hand comes down behind you onto the mat. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head and draw your right elbow to your left knee. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Maybe bring your gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, draw up through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist. Make sure both of your sit bones are still on the floor. Your left foot is pressing down. Lifting up as you inhale. Twist as you exhale. Inhale for 1. And then exhale to unravel, coming round to the other side. Maybe take a counter twist. Good. Cross your legs and plant your hands in front of you as you exhale, step or jump, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, thighs are lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale through your mouth as you jump forwards. Yeah. Straightening your legs out. We're going to come into boat pose. So you're lengthening your arms out in front of you. Keep a straight spine as you lift your feet up off the floor. Option to straighten your legs. Good. Now really engage your core as you lengthen your spine, keeping a straight spine, reaching through your arms here. Good. Keep your gaze fixed ahead of you. Inhaling 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 1. Now we're going to lengthen down to the floor for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet onto the mat. Your heels are roughly hip width and you want your feet so you can just touch them with the middle finger of your front hand. Maybe move your feet a little bit further away. Good. As you inhale, really open your chest here, find space, and then exhale, press down through your heels and lift up to bridge, lifting your hips up. Good. Option to bring your hands underneath, interlacing your fingers and pressing your upper arms down into the mat. Good. Really root down through your heels, so much so that you could lift your toes off the mat. Good. Press up through your hips. Inhaling 1. And then release the bind of your hands and exhale slowly down towards the mat, feeling each vertebrae as you lower. Good. Just take a moment here. And then we have 2 options. So option 1 is to take bridge for a second time. Option 2, maybe you move into a full wheel. So if you're taking wheel, bring your hands to either sides of your ears. You want your feet still hip width facing forwards. Inhale, opening your chest, and exhale, press down through your heels, come to the crown of your head, and then inhale, press all the way up. Good. Really lift your hips here. So press down through your hands. Your energy is drawing up. And start to move your chest as if you were moving through your arms towards me. Good. Try and bring your toes so that they're parallel with the outer edges of your mat, facing forward. Nice. Now once more, inhale, really lift up through your hips. Exhale, start to lower down with control. Come onto the crown of your head and then tuck your chin to chest. Lowering down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Now hug your knees into your chest. We're going to move into happy baby. So take a hold either of the outside edges of your feet or maybe onto the backs of your legs as you start to gently rock from side to side. Good. Now we've got a couple of options as we close the practice. So if you would like to take a headstand and you know how to get yourself set up, then please go there now. Otherwise, we'll be moving into shoulder stand. So shoulder standers, bring your knees together. We're going to roll back into plow, bringing your feet overhead, lifting your hips. Good. Now bring your hands onto your lower back, supporting your back as you start to lift your feet up towards the ceiling. Really pressing down through your upper arms. So we call it a shoulder stand because you want your weight to be actually in your shoulders, not in your neck at all. So engaging your legs, lifting your feet up, but making sure that you've got enough space between your chin and your chest so that you can still breathe. Good. Keep your legs lifted. Keep your hands pressing into your lower back. Good. We're just going to be here for a couple of breaths. Again, making sure that you're somewhere that you can breathe nice and easily, even though we're inverted. Good, you're doing a great job. And then with control from your next exhale, you can start to lower your feet back into plow. So really slowly bringing them down. They don't need to be touching the floor, but once you're there and you're comfortable, you can straighten your arms, press your hands into the mat to support you. Good. And then slowly make your way back to lie down on the mat. So letting your legs float down and again, feeling each vertebrae as you move down, resting your spine onto the mat. Hands are pressing down. And keep your legs extended as you bring your hands underneath your hips for fish. So point your toes here and inhale to lift your chest. Maybe the crown of your head is touching the floor, maybe it's just hovering. Good. Keep your toes really pointed. Inhale, lifting your chest a bit higher. And then exhale, tuck your chin to chest and lower down to lie on your back. Bend your knees and bring your feet onto the floor. And then hop your hips 1 inch over to the right. Good. Extend your arms out to the sides. And then exhale, lower your knees to the left. Bring your gaze over your right shoulder. And as we come into our twist at the end of the practice, you can start to let everything soften. Starting to surrender down into the ground, releasing your ujjayi breath and letting your breath instead fill your belly as you inhale. Good. Keep your awareness with the rise and the fall of your belly as you breathe. And with your next inhale, draw your knees back to center. Maybe use your arms to support. And then hop your hips this time over to the left and let your knees roll to the right. Your arms are still reaching out and your gaze is over your left shoulder. Good. Now again, stay with your breath here. Really breathing into your lower lungs, into your belly. Starting to soften. Good. One last breath here. And then inhale, bringing your knees back to center. And lowering your legs down for Shavasana. Bring your arms alongside. Extend your legs out. Take any final movement you need. So maybe rocking your hips from side to side. Maybe that's moving your shoulders. And once you find a place of stillness, let yourself surrender into your resting pose. Let your breath start to soften. Now's your time to be still, to take up space. Relax all of the muscles in your face, relax your jaw. Just let yourself feel heavy on your mat, knowing that you're supported, that there's no way you need to be. And we're just going to stay here for a couple of minutes of stillness and silence. And if you feel that your thoughts are starting to wander, then just gently escort them back to your breath. Now, without moving your body, just bring your awareness back to your breath. Bring a little bit of movement into your fingertips and your toes. Take any movement that feels good, so maybe that's a stretch of the arms overhead or a hug of the knees into your chest. And in your own time, make your way over to lie on your right side. And then very slowly, keeping your eyes closed, come up to sit in a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. And just take a moment to find a real sense of gratitude for yourself, for your practice today. For this time on the mat and everything that it teaches us that we can take with us into our day, into our week. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Now raise your knuckles of your thumb to the space between your eyebrows to your third eye and start to bow your head. Namaste. Thank you.
That was a killer. I loved it.
Sorry. I'm just going to turn the recording off.